Hello, guys. So today I'm going to be doing a North States tier list based on how northern they are. So, what do I define by traditionally northern? So, what I define as traditionally northern is urbanization. It usually has a lot of diversity, I say. And yeah, it has good transit too, I say. And that's northern traits, I'd say. So, without further ado, let's go to Connecticut. So, Connecticut is in the tri state area. So it's close to New York and New Jersey, probably. So is it northern? Let's see. I would say yes. I'll give it a B. Very northern. Feels like the Northeast, definitely. Yeah, this one's 100% northern. No. Um, Second one would be Maine. Honestly, it doesn't feel like the Northeast that much. It feels more like Canada, if anything. Yeah, it has more like Canada kind of nature than Northeast nature. So I would say for this one, since it's more similar to Canada, in my opinion, culture wise, I would give it a D. Well, it has some northern culture, but it's mostly Canadian culture, I'd say. Yeah, it doesn't feel northern. It's not urban like the North usually is. So, yeah. Okay, Massachusetts. In terms of northernness, the accent, I guess, is on point. So, I wouldn't say it's the most northern, but actually, you know what? It is part of New England. And it is basically in the Northeast. Like it's like the core part of the Northeast. So I'm gonna give it an S tier. Very northern. The accent's very northern, very urban, has good transit, has a lot of northern characteristics. So Massachusetts is probably the most northern state, most likely. Yeah. New Hampshire, honestly, is average when it comes to northernness. It's not really that northern. Where the hell's I guess that's Rhode Island. I'm just gonna assume that's Rhode Island. Okay, New Jersey, the state I was born in. Ooh, okay. I would honestly say it is pretty northern. Very urban, has good transit, has a diverse population, which is associated with the north usually. So I'm gonna give it A tier. Pretty northern. New York. This is a debatable one. So I would say the west part and the upstate part, which is right around here, sorta, feels like Canada. As you go south, it feels like New Jersey a bit. So or Pennsylvania. So no, I would say New Jersey, honestly. So I would say for northernness, I would give it a B tier. Pennsylvania, I would say like the eastern part feels like the north. The western part kind of feels like the Midwest. So in terms of northernness, I would give it a C tier. Vermont feels nothing like the north. F tier. It feels nothing like the north. Let's just be honest. It feels more like Canada, if anything. because a lot of people there speak French. I heard. So yeah, it's more Canadian characteristic than Northeast, I'd say. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is Rhode Island. I don't care. Rhode Island. Honestly, I feel like it's its own thing. It doesn't even feel like the North. I'll give it an F. It doesn't even feel like the North. Let's just be honest. It doesn't. Rhode Island feels more like a mix of Hawaii and Alaska, in my opinion. So yeah. So so here's the tier list on northern states based on how northern the culture is. So S tier we have Massachusetts because I mean as much as I hate to admit it because I don't know I'm not a big fan of New England, but you know, it is the most northern state, Massachusetts, especially its location because it's in the New England territory, which is the northernmost part of the Northeast usually. So it'd be like North Atlantic. So yeah, Massachusetts is definitely the most northern state. It's about as north as you can get in terms of culture. So yeah, S tier. A tier we have New Jersey because I mean it is a mid Atlantic Northeast state, but the north part, like right over here, feels like New York, and then the south part feels like Pennsylvania. I'd say, and also it's very urban. The transit is good. The accent sounds pretty northern, so yeah, I'll say it's northern. Okay, B tier Connecticut, similar to New York, New Jersey, so definitely northern. I only have New York on B tier because upstate kind of feels like Canada. Downstate feels more like New Jersey, so I'll say downstate is more northern, in my opinion. Okay, C tier we have New Hampshire. I've never been there, but I would say it would be average in terms. Also Pennsylvania, because the east part feels like New Jersey, and then the west part feels kind of like maybe Ohio or something. I don't know. The D tier would be Maine, because it feels way more like Canada than the Northeast. Let's just be honest. F tier Vermont, not very urban, and a lot of people speak French there, so it feels more like Canada, the North. Rhode Island kind of feels like the mix of yeah, it feels like a mix of Hawaii and Alaska. It doesn't feel like the Northeast at all. So yeah, this is my video on northern states based on how northern the culture is. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Anyways, peace.